Oh yes, I am an influence.
And then now you could say that Justin is under the influence.
Yes.
Alright, thank you, Fresno, for popping on as usual.
No problema. Later, JewWario.
Cheers.
Right. Alright. And if I don't know if I remember explaining this, but the whole idea of the whole Talk2G thing was that, you know, every now and then I'll have someone on and, you know, for about half an hour or so, and then, you know, talk to them, and then they go and I have someone else on. And speaking of, he's been breathing down my neck about it. I'm going to invite Drakers on. Because he's all like, hey, you might be fucking cool. I'm like, yeah, fine then. What the hell did I name him on Skype, though? Oh, that was right. Oh, God, not Draco. Yes, Tom. Draco.
Hi, Malfoy.
Yes, we will call you Malfoy from now on, Draco.
Yeah. And that is not where I grabbed my name from. Though I do like Lord of the Rings.
Wait.
Yes, that is not where I got the name from.
I hope you were trolling,
assure
Draco.
you. Yeah, just
You said Lord of the Rings.
It's funny.
Oh yeah.
Not
Lord of the Rings. That was the first thing that came to my mind. I meant Harry Potter. Why did I say Lord of the Rings? I get those two mixed up. It was the first thing that came to my mind was Lord of the Rings, and I meant Harry Potter. Fucking.
Now it sounded like you said Henry Potter. What the world?
Henry Potter.
I
am
like
Henry
Potter. What's wrong with you all? Don't you know I'm a fan of the Doctor Who? Who is it?
The Doctor Who is it again?
Doctor Who is it?
Yeah,
Doctor Who. Who? Yeah, who? Who? Yeah.
Doctor Who flip.
Lord of the Potter.
Lord of the Potter.
Yeah, I kind of thought that was a joke at first when you said I'm a big fan of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I totally thought
I'm a
it was.
huge fan of Lord of the Rings. Believe me. Yes.
You should have gone with it though, Draco. You should have been like, yeah, that was totally a joke.
JewWario, I have a couple of questions that I just want to get your opinion on.
Okay.
What do you think about games, kind of like crossover games? Like, one that really stood out to me was Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. That really was interesting to me because no one really did anything like that before, where they brought in an anime or a Eastern animation company and brought it to the Western audience via a video game crossover, mind you.
Yeah.
It was just interesting, and I was just wondering your opinion if you would think more games should do something of that, like introduce the more different animation companies or different animes via crossovers or something of the like to Western audiences.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Really, I'm trying to think of. Yeah, well, you know, Ranma and Half. At first, like I said in my Ranma video, at first they changed the first one, but then they brought the other one over, and they just kept it the way it was. So that was one that they brought over, you know, an anime that wasn't being shown on TV. So Ranma and Half was one. I think that there are some Samurai Pizza Cats. That game never really came out. Game never came out here, but they had the anime of it. It just, you know, Captain Tsubasa. I've come to find out was really popular in other, you know, in South America and Europe. They never really came out over here, and come to find out even people played those games and stuff like that, so in those other countries, but just never here. So it's interesting. But I definitely think that more should happen like that. But maybe I should also say more should have happened like that. Now you do get
Should have. You do get that. Back
'Cause
then,
now-
we didn't get the pleasure of that.
Yeah. But now you get it all the time. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, it should have been.
Like, one of my favorite ones was, like, there was one that had, like, it was like Smash Brothers, but it had, like, Optimus Prime, Bomberman, Solid Snake in it, and it was just, like, all these different crossover characters that would make absolutely no fucking sense in a game altogether. It was like, what? Just like Optimus Prime fighting Bomberman and Solid Snake, it just doesn't make any sense, but
Yeah.
it just, like, it's really interesting what, if you can acquire the licenses, what they can do.
Yeah.
Um,
And I know that game you're talking about. Lots of people have asked me to play that, to review that game. It's actually a pretty crap game.
That is a shame, because I kept trying to look for that, and I was like, oh, I wonder if I could get something to work on this. And no, couldn't get it to work in the end. Because I did try and get an ISO of it, because at the time that was the only way I had any way of doing anything, was playing it on an emulator, unfortunately. But no, I couldn't get it to work anyway. So I'm kind of glad that I found out that from you that it is rubbish. So
Yeah, it's slow. The damage. It's pretty, but even then, the graphics are very choppy. Graphics are very stiff. And you even get to the little Barbie dolls of Japan, the Jenny dolls. They make an appearance, and you can choose one of them to fight as well. So
oh god,
Bomberman versus Optimus Prime versus Jenny. It's just it's just not a very good game, and that's why I haven't done it yet, and probably won't, because it's just not very good.
That's a shame, because the concept itself just sounds very interesting.
Oh yeah.
One of the games I'm very disappointed that never came out in English was the Shonen Jump games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in the
Super
Shonen
and
Jump
Ultimate
games
Stars.
Yeah, the ones on the DS.
Yeah. Oh my god, I loved playing those.
Which is odd, because we do get Shonen over here, which just kind of bugs me that we didn't get the game on DS, and I would think it would be even at least fairly popular, because they do distribute Shonen over here. So I don't know.
Yeah, and when I did those reviews, so many people did import it because they're so friendly, and a nice thing to know now is that the One Piece game that I reviewed is coming out in Europe.
Oh, it is? Oh, excellent!
Oh yes, yes it is. It's coming out in Europe. I don't have a date, but yes, One Piece Gigant Battle is coming out.
Yes.
In English.
Awesome! I will be all over that, because actually one of the things that kind of made me like yourself even more was the fact that I found out you're a One Piece fan as well.
Oh yes.
One Piece as well. Yes. As soon as I found out about that, I'm like, yes.
I like One Piece.
I like One Piece.
It looks like they're One Piece in Europe on June 2011. So exact date, however, at the moment is unknown. So it will be coming out, and they even have a image of the European cover. Let me actually send this to you, MegaG, and you can post that to the chat.
Okay.
As you see fit. But yes, so that's that, and I'm actually planning on importing it from Europe too. So I will have a Japanese and a European.
Was it not coming out in the
US? No, it's not.
You are absolutely right. It is not coming out to the US.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's not very often that happens, but usually when it does, it's like US are like, why can't we get that game? That game looks awesome.
I know, and that's driving me nuts. I have no idea why they're not doing it. As a matter of fact, I'm really confused about some of the other games. The new Hotel Room.
The Hotel Dusk, the spiritual successor. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not coming out to the US. And so if I did that, I'd have to import it. And it's hard to, find any place to import it from.
But it is getting a European release, so at least it will be in English.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you've mentioned this many times on your own stream, but for I suppose for my side, the 3DS.
Yes.
What do you think about it? What's your opinion?
Buy it or not?
Well, okay. Buy it. But if you're on the fence, wait. If you're on the fence, just wait. There's not the major update uploads haven't come yet, and they're not coming until for another several weeks.
Oh, that's the ones with like the shop and stuff, isn't it?
The shop, you'll from what I also hear, I could be wrong. That's also going to have the Netflix update.
Yeah.
I'd wait for a package deal where you get a specially colored one. I'd like to see The Legend of Zelda, the Spirit Swords, packed with one. If that comes with a gold one, buy that for the love of Pete. If it comes with a color one,
I think the best idea for them to do would be Ocarina of Time or Star Fox 64 bundle pack, because come on, those games are
they're gonna
great.
sell.
They are going to sell like hotcakes.
Yeah.
And if you bundle them with a 3DS will just fly off shelves.
Yeah.
So I'd wait. I'd wait to see what comes out. But as far as the 3DS itself, yes, I would highly suggest to get it because it is a good game.
Yeah.
System. It doesn't have a lot of power, but I rarely play DS games for 8 hours straight. It's meant to be on all the time. It's meant to be like a smartphone where people carry around smartphones and they play games on smartphones. And so Nintendo just thought, what if we just went backwards and made a game system that you keep on all the time and you can do messages with and stuff like that. So I think that's where they were getting to with the 3DS.
Okay.
As far as the 3D power is concerned, if you can't read, if your eyes don't work with 3D, I'd wait. You can still play 3D games. Every single 3D game you can play without 3D.
Yeah.
Not all are great yet, but you can.
Yeah, because they still need to kind of work with the hardware that they've got. So,
but the program itself is really strong, and the power of the processor, as I said in my Lego review, people have just got to realize that this is a big processor, and it can do a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So I say give it time so that people can get away from the DS type of graphics and just look at it.
Yeah, we're looking at them bumping up to like MGS3 or Resident
Man,
type graphics.
As soon as something from Square Enix comes out on the 3DS, you're gonna know what 3D is gonna look like. That's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna look beautiful. Because they make all their games look beautiful.
Square Enix still impress me with the Final Fantasy series most of the time. I mean, even Dissidia on the PSP, that looks amazing. I'm like, wow, my PSP can do this. But yeah, I keep looking over it because I work in a game store. I obviously handle a lot of 3DSs. And there was lots of days when I was showing it off to customers before its release, and I kept looking at it and I'm like, oh, this looks so fun, so good, but do I really... I was still on edge whether I wanted it or not, because it's a new piece of kit. Will it bomb? Will it sell? And surprisingly, in my store, the store that I work at, it's not that many people bought it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a shame. I mean, I was hoping, maybe, there's a bit more attraction towards it, but I suppose it's still maybe a bit expensive for what it is, maybe. But I don't know.
200, yeah, $250 for a system, for a handheld system.
Yeah.
With a tiny screen, it's hard to get around.
Yeah.